It's a really common belief that running is bad for your knees, and specifically that you will develop more arthritis as a result of running. So today I want to talk about what arthritis or osteoarthritis means and highlight the findings from 3 different studies that say that running is not bad for your knees, but could actually be beneficial. Osteoarthritis is the most common form of arthritis, and it's actually a very natural part of the aging process. So basically within the joint, there's a breakdown of the cartilage and the bone that's adjacent to that cartilage. And as a result, there's some bony formations and inflammation associated, which can often lead to some joint pain and stiffness. A lot of clients come to us and they're really passionate about running, or they enjoy using it as their physical activity. And they're worried that if they continue to run, it's gonna make their knees worse, and they worry about the long-term effects. So what I want to talk about today is the evidence that supports otherwise. So we'll talk about a couple of different studies that look at how running is actually not so bad for the development of osteoarthritis and can actually make your knee pain better. For example, one study in 2017 looked at recreational runners compared to non-runners and competitive runners. And they actually found that they had better knee osteoarthritis, or lower incidence of osteoarthritis, compared to people who were not running or who were running a lot at a high intensity. Which tells us there's probably this sweet spot for the amount of volume and the intensity that you're running at. Load management is one of the main things that we focus on in working with clients and helping them get back to sustainable running. Another study from 1998 took a group of runners and non-runners who both had osteoarthritis to begin with in the knee and tracked the progression of the course of 9 years. There was no significant difference between groups in the progression of osteoarthritis in the knee, no difference in OA at the hip, and also separately, they looked at bone mineral density, which was actually better in the group of runners compared to the non-runners. Another study from 2018 looked at over 1,200 people, all aged 50 years or older, who already had osteoarthritis. Over the course of 4 years, they allowed them to choose as much or as little running as they wanted to do. And it was shown that self-selected participation in running actually led to reductions in knee pain, and there was no statistically significant difference in the progression of OA between groups. What that means is when people chose how much or how little that they ran, or how fast or how slow that they ran, which is likely influenced based on their symptoms, they actually had less knee pain over time, and there was no difference in how much their osteoarthritis progressed over those 4 years. To summarize, based on the evidence that I've discussed today, there's no reason to discourage someone from participating in running based out of fear that it will progress osteoarthritis. You do want to make sure that you have the right amount of load management. So I do recommend working with a qualified physical therapist who understands the demands of running and who can help establish a safe starting place for beginning to reintroduce higher impact activities or progressing from where you currently are.